Hello, you guys. I want to start calling you guys again my Ghoulie Bats. I miss it. It was something I started doing during the Halloween season, and I'm trying to bring it back. But today, on a serious note, I've just been really down. That's the simple way of putting it. I do see a therapist of I see a therapist and a psychiatrist, the one that gives you the pills and the one you talk to. So I see both of them, and I do the work exercises they tell me to do, and I keep in touch and everything. And right now I feel like, why am I doing all of this when the feeling of loneliness and worthlessness and just self-loathing and wondering why I even do the things that I do. Sorry. It's just a lot. Like, I have days that are great. I have days where I can smile and be dying inside. I've been having a lot of those. And then I have days like today where just even talking about it makes me feel some sort of way. And one would say, well, don't talk about it. What you don't know is that you don't need to talk about it. It's in my mind. You can't come up here and say, let's go shopping and make it go away. It needs support from friends, from myself, from my therapist, from the medication that I'm on. It's a whole process. It's a lot. And I guess because, I only have such a small following on here that I'm not worried that someone that I know is going to come see it or anything. And I just want to let people know these feelings are valid and they happen all the time. And sometimes the day just wears the heck out of you. I had plans today to do things, and nothing really got done. I mean, I did my basics. I have had to deal with depression for so long that I just run on basics. Wake up, let the cat out, do the litter, do the dishes, and that's it. That's the basic thing I do, because I don't want to live in filth. Sometimes I look around and I'm like, why am I even doing this? Like, nobody appreciates it. Why do I care so much? I don't know why. I just know I'm not a dirty person, and that's as much as effort that I can give for the day, and that's it. Well, I've been getting my steps in only because I babysit and I don't believe in keeping children cooped up, and so we go on a lot of rides and walking and park playing. And during those moments I get a little bit of joy from, they're kids. It's fun. but then I'm alone. And it's not every time that I'm alone. I like my alone time. It's a time to reflect, to write. For me, I like to write, to read, to watch a movie. But right now, this alone time, it's just making me see things that I have been pushing back. It's making me reevaluate some of the things that I've done, that I want to do. I feel like it's trying to put things in perspective, but not in a good way. I feel like I can't really talk to anyone. Like I said, I have a therapist, but in the back of my mind, I'm always aware this therapist, yes, is here to take notes and see what my mood is today, try to help me change my thoughts and listen. But why are they there? They are there because they're getting paid to listen. It's their job to put up with people like me, because that's how they find it interesting, and they decided to make that their living. And I have been to multiple therapists throughout my life. I'm 42, and you can tell when some are just waiting for the time to go away. And so instead of you opening up anymore, you just kind of brush it off. And it's like, well, you know what? I think you're right. I think what you're saying makes sense. And just agree with it. And the time goes by faster. And the therapist thinks they did something. Because they're not really reading you. I feel like I'm a burden to my therapist and to my friends. You don't want to be around, people are always, especially nowadays, get rid of the negativity. Only positivity in your life. Don't be around people who don't believe in you or bring you down. Well, that's me, right? Get rid of me. I mean, I have never brought down a friend. I always wish my friends better than me because I believe they're great people. And because I believe they're great people, I don't want to put all of this and then have them maybe worry or just have a thought randomly that I wonder if they're okay. This past month hasn't been okay. I'll do one thing that brings instant joy. And the moment, I kid you not, the moment that is done, it's back to square one. And I think that unless you're in a situation like I am, or you have gone through major depressive disorder, you can't quite understand how I can still be depressed after doing something so exhilarating or something that I wanted to do. People just can't understand it. because they're like, you just did it. You just went to this fun place. You just did this. It's not the sadness and the depression that I feel. Yes, a lot of it is caused by outside forces that stir up what I already have in me. I am not speaking to my mother. She was never really a big part of my life. And as a grown 42-year-old woman, God, you guys, I had hoped that we could mend things and become close. Because in my family, I was the scapegoat for everything, you know? I wasn't the pretty one. I was the fat one. I was the one that wasn't taking care of everybody else good enough or doing anything, even though I was taking care of children with me being a child myself. There's a lot of baggage I have. But I thought my mother and I could reconcile. Put differences aside just long enough so we could work on them. Because I don't think they should be ignored. Because they are things that helped shape the person that I am now. So now that tie is gone. I grew up without a father. I know who he is. I've been where he lives. He lives in my home country. And I stayed with him while I was visiting there. And that was very toxic as well. He has children. I have half brothers and sisters that he treats fabulously. And then he proceeded to tell me that if my mother hadn't taken me away, I would be treated the same. I would have had all the opportunities that my half-siblings had. And I was in my late 20s when I heard this. And he said it face to face. I was in Nicaragua visiting. And I'm just thinking, so my mother making an adult decision affected how you care for your child? You could not send a card, a phone call, or a visit. You just didn't see me, so I didn't exist. And that is the mentality that, unfortunately, I have. I feel like... Sorry. I feel like I'm not really seen. And I don't want to say, like, I'm not being seen. Hear me, see me, all me. Because damn, I'd slap that person in the head too. But I'm being seen. You're seeing my smile. You're seeing me wake up in the morning and going on my walks. You're seeing me do my job. You're seeing all those things. Because that's all you really want to see. It doesn't take much to see beneath the surface. Not the way I feel. It's just things people don't want to see, and so they don't. So I was writing something, of course. What did you think? Every depressive person has something that they write. Sorry for all the boogie sucking. All right. Every person has her secrets of sorrow that only she knows, because the world doesn't really care. So she keeps them all to herself, deep down under the smile that everyone loves. Because if you know the deep sorrow that smile covers, it would take your breath away, and you could never see them the same way again. So we cope, we smile, and we hide. And no, it's not poetry or anything like that. It's just something I wrote in my journal. I journal every day, and I'm to the last 15 pages, and I'm gonna look back and see what I did. It's not just what I did that day, it also records my feelings, my moods. It's gonna be a roller coaster. And I am right now, I know some people are gonna be like, don't do it, don't stop. Why do I take all this medicine? I've been on medication since my mid-20s. I found out I had lupus in my early 20s because my mother wouldn't take me in, even though my hair was falling out in clumps, and all I was doing was sleeping. She said I had to get over it. So, I'm not over it. I just go through it. So anyways, these medicines that I'm on, everybody always says it's trial and error. I believe that to a point, because you always have to start at a low dosage and then you work your way up. Your what is he, psychologist? He's the one that monitors and asks you how you're doing, and then he's trying to gauge how the medication is working, how it's not, whether you should keep on the same meds but increase the dose or not. I have been on so many different ones. I have increased the dose on all of them. And yet I find myself here every time. I eat a balanced diet. I hydrate all the time. I don't do things that I shouldn't be doing. I have lost a lot of weight so I could be better at just doing whatever I wanted to do. All those things sound like improvements and positive things. Why do I feel like I give 0 fucks about it right now? Okay, well, this video is kind of long. I'm probably gonna regret putting this out there. You know, On YouTube, you just want to see fun, happy people doing things. But I'm telling you, you can't be fun and happy all the time. It doesn't mean you get like me. That's not what I'm saying. But you can't be a fun, happy person 100% of the time. Everyone has their off days. Mine are just way different. And I wish that it would just stop. I just wish everything would just stop. My last fun video that I made, I think I was getting high eating a king cake. Was it fun? Yes. Did I enjoy myself? Yes. Why did I do it? I was having a rough time. My medication isn't helping. And I just needed to escape. That's not what I said. I just said, hey, king cake weed. I'm high. You just didn't know the reasons why. Those are the things a lot of people keep to themselves. And I guess I just wanted you guys to know, whoever sees this, keep an eye out for a friend. Haven't talked to them in a while. Or maybe you've noticed something different. You don't have to come on strong. Not at all. Just let them know you're there. You know? Because most of the time, we won't even go talk to you. It's the fact that we know you're there that helps so much. My circle is a minuscule one. And it's getting smaller. I don't have my family on my side. I have my husband. I don't want to put all this on him. He knows I suffer from depression. He knows the pills I take. He sees me on bad days, but never truly bad days. Because I hide that. You don't want to see somebody you love go through things like that. And because I love him back, I keep it to myself. I apologize for this video being 1, long, 2, depressing. I don't know what I'm going to title it. I mean, girl versus, or what am I, middle-aged? Yeah, middle-aged woman suffering from depression. Come watch. Ridiculous. Alright, I leave you all with peace and love. Because even though I don't feel I have that, I know I have that to give. And I wish everybody happiness. And I want my ghoulie bats to take care. I love you. Bye.